the stream itself.
All right, well, just put it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and enter this lineup. Let's just start off.
Well, we're already live. I just realized we're. No, we're back on.
Okay, hold on. All right, so what is your screen showing?
Our entire lineup that we talked about before the show got cut off.
So the lineup is up?
Yep. You want to say anything about this lineup?
Nah, I mean, it's good, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, sorry everybody, we had technical difficulties. Somehow we got cut off. I didn't see it until late.
Okay, so now, all right, so here we go. The lineup is up, so yeah. Go ahead and enter that. That's just the early slate lineup, you know what I'm saying, for FanDuel. Now we can switch over to DraftKings. I like it. Go ahead and enter that joint.
I do too. Here we go. Well, we're going over to DraftKings. Okay. Alright, what are we doing? We're doing
afternoon slate.
Gotcha.
Afternoon slate.
Oh. We're up.
Now we good?
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so we're gonna do. I don't know. Do I want to do the afternoon slate or do I want to do cheers? I'm thinking. Cheers, afternoon, cheers. Okay, let's make it interesting. Afternoon tiers.
Ooh, 5 games.
Yep. Afternoon tiers, make it interesting. Now, you pick the quarterback for the FanDuel. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the quarterback this time. And I'm gonna run with Russell Wilson, bro. I know Russell Wilson had a bad game last week, but I think that was just because the Seahawks was mad at him, right? The Seahawks stadium was really roaring and cheering and making sure he couldn't call them plays. I don't think it's gonna be that bad in Houston. To me, the Houston Texans couldn't beat the Colts last week. It was a tie game. They didn't win. Nobody won. It was a draw, right? And that's because in other words, the Texans couldn't beat what's his name, Matt Ryan, on a new team. They couldn't beat him. It was a tie. They couldn't finish that game. They did not. Nobody won really. Like Matt Ryan couldn't win either. But at the same time, bro, like the Texans, y'all couldn't beat the Colts. Okay, so big, y'all not finna beat Russell Wilson then. So I'm thinking Russell. It's tier 1.
Tier 2 looks nasty, though.
Oh man, tier 2. I'm glad it ain't me got to do this. I'm glad it ain't me. That's why I read ahead and jumped guys out the way.
Oh man, Chase against Dallas, Adams against Arizona, Cup against Atlanta.
Stop. Think about it. Just look at Cup. Cup is waiting to eat. He is hungry. Dude, he mad from last week, bro. So he could have taken out on them Falcons.
That's true, but you also got Adams too, and they're both high volume receivers.
So it's any, mini, mighty, mo. Which one gonna catch the toe, bro? Which one? Any, mini, mighty, mo. Because I know you ain't thinking about Jamar Chase or Javonte Williams. I already know that.
No.
So it's to them top 2, and it's up to you.
I think Chase is going to be in check. I'm going to go with Adams. I'm going to be different. I'm going with Adams.
Gonna be different. You gonna be different. I'm gonna go with. Listen. You tired of going with the white boy all the time. I see what you're doing. Then.
It's just hard, man. It's like you see Cup, you're like, dang, do you click on this name automatically? Or do you just switch over to Adams?
Because last year we was bigots, right? We was picking the white boy because we was trying to be racist with our picks. Like, nah, they gonna keep throwing it to the white boy. I'm betting on the white boy. This time we betting on black. We betting on black. Bet on black. Let's see.
We got to this time.
Yes, bet on black this time. Okay, so tier 3. I think James Conner finna act a fool. I don't think Joe Mixon gonna have a good day in Dallas, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think Joe gonna have a good day. Is he gonna run the ball a lot? Yes, he is. But I don't think he gonna have a good day. I think Joe Mixon might get a breakout run, maybe 2 or 3 breakout runs in the game. That's it, bro. He finna get a lot of 2 or 3 yard rushes. Just saying, they're gonna have to pass the ball. Dallas pass rush is ridiculous. The pass rush is ridiculous, man. And then they offensive line. This is why the Bengals. This is why another reason why Joe Mixon not gonna have a good day. The Bengals lost 3 of their offensive linemen last week.
Mm-hmm.
They're not playing. It's second and third string that's coming in this week, bro, to block for them. These dudes gonna be blocking for Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon not finna have a good day.
Not against Dallas.
Not against Dallas. Not gonna have a good day. So I'm running with James Conner because I think James Conner gonna have a better day than all 4 of these, all these guys. In this particular tier, I think James Conner is gonna do the best. Yeah, James Conner.
Gotcha. James Conner it is. Really? Come on. Really?
Listen, Cordarrelle Patterson is a sleeper, bro. Like, I got so much respect for Cordarrelle Patterson. Like, he is so. I love this dude. Like, this dude, he an old man now, but he is teaching these young boys how to play football. I have mad respect for Cordarrelle Patterson. Just wanted to say that.
I do. But I think he's going to be used a lot because he's playing against the Rams. But the Rams defense was... But then again, that was Buffalo.
That was Buffalo. Right.
That was Buffalo. Jerry Jeudy.
Cordarrelle back.
So what again?
Never mind what I said. Ignore what I just said. Never mind.
I don't like Sutton. Henderson. Yeah, I'm going to go Patterson.
All right. Because, yeah, Patterson's good. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks. The reason I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks is because Denver had trouble with the Seahawks against Geno Smith. And no, I'm not going to go with Brandon Cooks. I'm going to go with Zeke Elliott.
Why Zeke?
Because Cooper Rush is the backup quarterback starting for Dallas, and I think the first half of football, not the second half, but the first half, Cooper Rush is going to be required to, not because he wants to, but he's going to be required to hand the ball off to Zeke because they don't trust him yet. He's going to have to prove to them in the second quarter, he's going to have to prove to Coach Mike McCarthy that he can throw that ball where he wants him to. That's going to be how the game's going to go. Now, how much is Zeke going to capitalize off these touches? I don't know. But it is going to be overutilized because of the fact that Dak is out and Cooper Rush is the backup quarterback, and they're gonna. That's their way of protecting the ball, keeping Cooper Rush from throwing interceptions, keeping Cooper Rush from getting nervous from throwing the ball, and then Zeke just gonna have to capitalize. Zeke will get tired, and then Tony will come in and get some backup, get some cleanup yards. They're gonna push the ball down the field with the run. Cooper Rush gonna throw a lot of short, sweet passes to whoever, I don't know, probably Dalton Schultz, but we'll get more usage out of Zeke because of the backup quarterback situation. That's why I'm saying Zeke.
Gotcha.
Remember, I know the game.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at tier 7. Tier 6. Man, listen, a lot of these guys, my problem is Zach Ertz and Darren Waller. But does it look like
I don't think Darren Waller is. I think Zach Ertz have a better day than Darren. I'm just honest, but I don't know. I really don't know. I just think that Zach Ertz.
I'm thinking pure volume. I think Waller will probably get the ball more. Murray likes to dance around and run around.
Yeah.
Other than pass the ball. Yeah, I'm gonna go Waller. Wait, we still got Hunter Renfrow, but they got Devontae Adams now. Yeah, I'm going Waller.
Yeah.
So we have Wilson, Adams, Connor, Patterson, Elliott, and Waller for afternoon tiers.
Hold on. I got to go back.
Okay.
Since I don't have any receivers for Russell Wilson, I'm going to go ahead and get Kyler Murray as my quarterback. And let Kyler Murray throw the ball to... Wait a minute. I can't get Derek Carr? You sure can't get Derek Carr.
No.
Sure can't get Derek Carr. Well, yeah, I'm going to go with Kyler Murray instead of Russell Wilson, because if you're going to have a quarterback, you need to pair him with somebody. And since we did not pick any of Denver's receivers, it's best to get Kyler Murray and pair him up with James Conner, because James Conner also catches passes out the backfield. So this is going to be the tiers lineup. But before we transfer over to tiers, I'm going to go ahead and submit this if you don't have any objections.
No, I don't. I kind of like it. My only thing is that second tier. Cup might get fed, but I mean, I think Cup might he might struggle. I don't know, but it's Stafford. We don't know.
I wanted to do another afternoon tiers, but the 3 game slate instead of the 5, because there's something I want to discuss in that tier. The quarterback I wanted to talk about.
You sure? They only have the 5 games, or they got the prime time.
No, I'm looking at afternoon Sunday Turbo 3 games.
You said tiers.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Turbo. If I said tiers, my bad.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah. Turbo 3 game slate.
Yep.
Okay, now, if y'all haven't noticed, is the thumbnail still there?
Yeah.
Y'all haven't noticed the thumbnail shows a Dallas Cowboy. We've been talking and talking. We have not acknowledged that I have a nephew nephew-in-law that plays for Dallas Cowboys. My wife's nephew, and I've been made aware of this, last week when he hit her up and let her know he was playing for the team and stuff like that. And I was him that ran those kicks back. So I figured, what better way to show my nephew love than to put him as a thumbnail on week 2's episode, and also make sure we pick the Cowboys defense on this slate. Why? Because think about it. The Steelers ran back a touchdown against the Cincinnati Bengals. They took one to the house. Nephew's a kick return. We're picking the Cowboys defense against the Cincinnati Bengals because the Cincinnati Bengals special teams is really lackluster. I think Nephew finna take one to the house, not including Micah Parsons running all over the place. Micah Parsons making Joe Burrow run for his life. Remember, Joe Burrow got sacked 7 times and threw 4 interceptions against the Steelers. 7 sacks, 4 interceptions, and a fumble. So, not saying the Cowboys finna get 7 sacks and 4 interceptions and a fumble, but I'm definitely telling you, I'm starting off this slate with the Cowboys defense. The first pick in this slate is the Cowboys defense against these Bengals.
Yeah, I agree with
and
you.
I'm rooting for Nephew to take one to the house, because even Shannon Sharp said it. Shannon Sharp said this on one of the Undisputed episodes. He said that Turpin is gonna take one to the house a game. He said, I give him, out of 17 weeks of football, I'll give him at least 13 touchdowns. Shannon Sharp said that. I didn't say that. Shannon Sharp said that Nephew, out of 17 games of football, he good for 13 touchdowns. Now he probably not gonna get one every game, but out of 17 weeks, he gonna get one. He gonna get one a game in between them 17 weeks. 13 for 17. That's what Shannon Sharp said on national TV. So I'm gonna roll with that theory, especially since Since the Steelers just did it, right? Why not the Cowboys take one to the house? In 4 quarters of football, nephew gonna take one of these punts or one of these kickbacks. Period. Period.
Not only that, we just hope Joe Burrow has a better game. If not, that Cowboys defense is going to be over him, and he's going to be throwing picks. I mean,
I'm fading Joe Burrow. Just telling you know now, I'm not picking Joe Burrow as quarterback at all.
I'm not either. My thing is right now is either between Murray or Carr.
Carr's a good pick.
That's what I'm going with because we're going to need Devontae Adams. I don't care what nobody say.
You just picked Devontae Adams again.
Man, it's the afternoon. It's a 3-gamer. I mean, Carr was. I mean, to me, he was just like happy. I got a receiver I can throw it to. He threw it to him 17 times. And you know, Adams like, okay, I'm gonna get this ball regardless. I cannot. I don't see how can you not take Adams in the turbo sleep right now.
I got you. So listen, running back, Javonte Williams. Give me Javonte Williams at running back against them Houston Texans.
Just tell me.
I'm going against them Houston Texans, bro. I have no faith in the Houston Texans. None.
I mean, are they still that bad?
No faith. I live in Houston. I don't. And listen, y'all couldn't beat the Colts, bro. These dudes, come on, bro. The Lions beat the Colts. The Lions beat the Colts. Come on. That preseason. Beat them in preseason. So it wasn't regular season. But still, bro, they had their starters out there. The Colts had their starters out there. I don't hear that. They tied the game. Now, mind you, the Colts couldn't beat the Texans either. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. Mind you. But that's the point. Think about it. That's the whole point. The Colts couldn't beat the Texans. The Texans couldn't beat the Colts. It was a tie. It was a draw. Y'all went to double overtime and couldn't finish the game, so now y'all in a draw. That's how trash the Colts is. So the fact that the Colts are that trash, that they couldn't beat the Texans in turn couldn't beat the Colts either. So I'm going with Javonte Williams to run all over these Texans.
Dude, okay. Here's I think something we need to address. Even though Dak is out, do you think Dallas is going to have a creditable passing offense?
Wait, say it again.
With Dak out, do you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to have a chance with passing the ball?
Yeah. Cooper Rush. Oh yeah. Cooper Rush is definitely capable of winning. Last year when Dak was out, Cooper Rush did not lose a game. He won all 3 of his games, and then Dak came back and took over. Cooper Rush threw 1 interception in 3 games. 1. I don't have a choice but to know that information. Cooper Rush is definitely. Oh yeah, Cooper Rush is not like you would think the fate. Like I'm just so everybody know that's listening. We're probably not saying it on the show tonight, but when this show ends and I start making my lineups for tomorrow, because I always make more than one lineup, not just the show lineup, I'm definitely picking Cooper Rush as my quarterback. Like I'm making a lineup with Cooper Rush. Trust me. And I recommend everybody do it. I recommend everybody watching this show. We got this show lineup that we're showing you on this screen, and we're going to go to the next one and end the show. But I'm telling you, I suggest that you turn this live stream off or turn this video off, and before 1 p.m. Sunday, week 2 football, enter a lineup with Cooper Rush as your quarterback and throw it to Dalton Schultz as your tight end. The safest Cooper Rush pair is Cooper Rush to Dalton Schultz. That is the safest pair that you're going to get, because that is who Cooper Rush going to throw the ball to immediately when he starts throwing the ball. The first person going to get the ball, I ain't going to say the first person because I don't know who he's going to throw the ball to first, but the most often he's going to throw it to Dalton Schultz. That's what he did last year. That's what he's going to do this year. And the reason he's going to do it is because CeeDee Lamb is being punished right now by Mike McCarthy. Last week, CeeDee Lamb dropped a lot of balls. So as punishment, because this is how Mike McCarthy punishes players. You still got to play. You still got to get out there. But I'm gonna intentionally have him throw the ball to other players and have you running around just getting tired because you didn't catch them ball. And yes, CeeDee Lamb is gonna get a few passes thrown to him up the middle and shit like that, but not as much volume because of how he performed last week as punishment for dropping all them passes. Dalton Schultz finna get the ball a lot this game.
Okay, I agree with you there. But since we're talking about that, because if you scroll down, you got 3,800 Noah Brown. If CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb not getting the ball, why not we just? I mean, we got Noah Brown. He scored 11 points last. 11 fantasy points last.
Because I just don't know. I just don't know how well Noah Brown going to do. I'd rather get Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking for someone cheap. But he got 9 targets at 3,800.
Well, you ain't really got to go cheap. It's a turbo. It's only 3 games.
I know. But I'm just saying I'm just saying as like, I want to keep him in the back pocket simply because he's got the ball thrown to him 9 times. I can't ignore that at 3,800.
And the reason is because of CeeDee Lamb's performance. They stopped throwing it to CeeDee Lamb and they started throwing it to Noah Brown and everybody else except CeeDee Lamb. So yeah. So you're right. You got a point there. He is a sneaky pick because of the punishment aspect. Because they can't feed the ball to show.
I mean, I'm going with Jerry Jeudy anyway. But I'm just pointing this out as I look down at. You also got Greg, whatever the heck his name is, Dortch for Arizona.
Yeah, that's actually the number 2 receiver in Arizona. Is Greg Dortch. He's the number 2.
I mean, even like in that. I mean,
actually, number 1 receiver.
Yeah, but that might be something good if you're playing an all-day slate. I don't think a lot of people's going to scroll all the way down here and pick these guys.
They're not. And the thing about Greg Dortch is I said that wrong. He's the number 1 receiver.
Oh,
in
boy. And how much is he? Seriously?
Greg Dortch is the number 1 receiver. A.J. Green is the number 2 receiver.
Oh, man.
Look at her. Andre Hopkins out. Rondale Moore, which is your guy. Actually, Rondale Moore is a guy you put me on last year. Because he was balled out last year. He was quietly balling out last year. He's out. The Arizona, that's another reason I'm picking James Conner. Look how many of their receivers is out. Antoine West, Rondale Moore, and DeAndre Hopkins are out for Arizona.
So they got Brown, Green, Greg. Wow.
So I said that wrong. Marquise Brown, number 1 receiver. AJ Green, number 2. Greg Dortch, number 3. But Greg Dortch performed better than AJ Green. AJ Green is in the slot. Greg Dortch is a young guy on the outside of AJ Brown and Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown still catching the deep ball, but Greg Dortch is catching the other deep ball while AJ Green plays the slot.
I'm going Dortch. I mean, I know you're gonna pick Jerry Jeudy. I believe you are, but I'm going Greg Dortch. I don't want to miss that.
Yeah, definitely give me Jerry Jeudy. Matter of fact, no. Let me take that back. Give me James Conner in the other running back spot.
Let me just pay. I'm picking Jerry Jeudy anyway.
So you pick Jerry Jeudy? Okay, that's your pick. All right. My pick is James Conner. So tight end spot. Dalton Schultz, Old Faithful, baby. Dalton Schultz is my tight end.
Yeah, because I think everybody's going to go after Waller.
Yeah, everybody's going to be on Waller.
So we got Zach.
Look at you with Zach Ertz. Cause that's who you finna pick. You ain't finna pick nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, I have Noah Brown down there, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to pick him.
Noah Brown or Zach Ertz with a receiving court that's out. Okay, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's just
you said it like that.
Come on. Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, who you said likes to scramble around too much. He has James Conner, AJ Green, Marquise Brown, Dortch, and
Zach
Ertz. That's who he's throwing the ball to. That's it. Them five names. James Conner is not a name to throw the ball to. He'll catch a few passes out the backfield. He's a legitimate running back. So James Conner he's a legitimate running back in of himself. So 4. He has 4 people to throw the ball to. And if nothing else, red zone. We looking at Zach Ertz in the red zone.
That's true.
He ain't gonna catch any balls down the field, but in the red zone, if they haven't scored and they find themselves in the red zone, expect Zach Ertz to be the first person to throw the ball to, because it seems to me, and I watched a lot of games last week, when it seems that these goal line schemes, it's like these people, these teams, bro, they cannot get that ball through the goal line. Like they march that ball all the way down the field, and I saw this in a lot of different games. It seems like the defenses is trash, but everybody is good at the goal line. It's just stopping people at the goal line. So I'm saying Zach good at the goal line against the Vegas Raiders because it's the Vegas Raiders. And we're really who they got on defense that's going to stop anybody. I really don't know who's going to win that game. Anybody. The Raiders can beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals can beat the Raiders. That's anybody's game right there. So I think both offenses is going to eat. You got Derek Carr throwing it to Devontae Adams. I mean, who going to stop Devontae Adams?
Nobody.
So, Zach, so we got a double tight end situation here, but that's good because of the situation. Like, that 2 tight end spot, flex tight end and regular tight end, that's great. Like, I don't normally do that, but this is a turbo, and they don't have to really worry about the NFL like that. Like, this is a great lineup. I'm entering this shit because I know this lineup going to cash. I know this lineup right here is going to cash. This lineup right here, I'm gonna shout it out. Derek Carr, Javonte Williams, James Conner, Devontae Adams, Greg Dortch, Jerry Jeudy, Dalton Schultz, Zach Ertz, Cowboys defense. Bro, nephew, if you listen, take one to the house for your aunt. I need you to take one to the house, nephew. Take one to the house. Listen, these Bengals is weak because I know the Bengals situation. They situation on defense, and not because they defense is actually trash. The Bengals defense ain't trash. They just got some injuries. Some guys are just not playing. So there's some weak spots there that the Cowboys can take advantage of. We talk about the same Bengals who went to the Super Bowl last year. The Cincinnati Bengals defense are not trash. It just is, as of going into week 2, they weak on defense because of the injuries. So let's take advantage of that. And the special teams this week. I'm entering this lineup, bro. I'm sitting. I ain't got no objections to this joint whatsoever, fam.
I don't blame you.
Like it is what it is. Last but not least, we finna go into the primetime lineup. Let's see, primetime. We could do primetime, or we could. You know what? That's exactly what I want to do. Let's skip the primetime lineup and do the Monday games. Do 2 Monday games.
Gotcha.
And then we end the show. Primetime lineup, y'all do that on your own time. Good luck to you.
Who plays Sunday night?
Well, that's how it goes. It goes like this for the primetime. It's Green Bay versus Chicago Bears Sunday night. Then they're going to roll it over into Minnesota and Philly and Tennessee and Buffalo. Them 3 games.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm gonna make a lineup, but I don't want to talk about it on the show. Like I gotta actually stare at that. But we could do the Monday game. We could do the 2 Monday games. Tennessee and Buffalo, Minnesota and Philly.
I might watch both of these games.
Oh, you can't really watch both of them unless you got a double TV because they both kind of playing it back to back, like 7:30.
One on the TV, one on the phone.
Right. So unless you got double TVs, but they're gonna be actually going on at the same time. One gonna start first, but the other one gonna start, and the game's still gonna be going. So off top, with Josh Allen to beat up on Tennessee's weak defense is my quarterback. I'm running with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Let's go. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I do gotta tell you something. Something I gotta give you credit for last week. I didn't think Justin Jeffries would do as good as he did.
What did I tell you was gonna happen though?
You said he was.
What I say?
You said you had something about Kirk Cousins and Justin Jeffries. They're gonna do a lot. Justin Jeffries, I was impressed by Jeffries.
Justin Jefferson is gonna have a good day, is what I said. That's all I said. And look, he had a great fucking day. And look, let me say it again. Justin Jefferson finna have a monster day if the Lions put up 35 points against the Eagles, because that score was 38-35. The Lions could have just took that to overtime, had they got that first down. The Lions was trying to get a first down, and they just couldn't get the first down, and the Philly got the ball back and ran the clock down. But what I'm saying is, had the Lions kicked a field goal and took it to overtime, the Lions would have beat them dudes. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8. DJ Shark, 8. They ate good against the Eagles. Listen, DeAndre Swift had 144 rushing yards against the Eagles off 11 carries. I'm going to say this again. We can say it one more time. DeAndre Swift on the line had 144 rushing yards on 11 carries against the Eagles last week. Yes, they lost the game, but that's how many rushing yards DeAndre Swift had against the Eagles. Amon-Ra St. Brown had, I don't know how many catches, but he had 119 reception yards and a touchdown against the Eagles.
That's
DJ
true.
Shark had a touchdown. Okay. Who else?
It didn't
Jamal
matter.
Williams. Jamal Williams had 2 touchdowns against the Eagles.
That
I'm
man,
telling
he
you, Jefferson.
eat
old.
again.
Yes, Jamal Williams, an old man. Justin Jefferson's finna eat again. Just wanted to say that on week 2, episode 2. Jefferson finna eat again. He finna eat. I don't know how much he gonna eat. He may not repeat, but let's say, okay, he did 42 against last week against who he played last week. Minnesota. I can't remember who he played last week, but he scored 42 points. Green Bay Packers. I don't think he's gonna get 42 against Philadelphia, but he's good for 30. He gonna get you in the 30. I can't see him doing 40 against the Eagles. But I can definitely see him giving you a 30-point DFS day. 30-something points for $9,000 is still good. He's gonna go off.
Oh man, I'm trying to think here for a second. Do you think he's gonna go off, or do you think they're gonna run a line again?
But like Darius Slay is out for the Eagles. Let me double check that. But Darius Slay got injured in the Lions game. Let me double check that and make sure before I finalize that. Darius Slay is.
Okay, I'm just saying we still got Delvin Cook too.
Hold on. Just because that's who would stop Jefferson. Darius Slay. Darius Slay. Yeah. Darius Slay, I think, is gonna be out in this game.
Okay.
Which is the person who would be checking Justin Jefferson. So with no Darius Slay to stop Justin Jefferson in the secondary,
Okay.
Justin Jefferson's gonna eat again.
I'm thinking more game script. Do you think once they get out, because it sounds like Philadelphia's going to be playing a lot from behind, do you think they're going to be running the ball a lot?
They're gonna have a choice. That's their offense.
Is Minnesota's going to run the ball a lot? That's what I'm looking at.
Minnesota gonna do. They don't. It's not about the running the ball a lot. This is the thing. The Lions didn't run the ball a lot. DeAndre Swift had 11 carries, and he ended up getting 144 yards. What's 144 divided by 11? Let me see. What is that? Let me do the math.
That's over 10 yards a carry.
4 divided by. So that means he had quite a few breakout runs. No, he didn't get exactly 10 yards a carry. What he got was some 5, 6 yard rushes. Then he had 3 or 4 breakout rushes for 25 yards, 30 yards, 20 yards, 8.
True.
He had a lot of breakout rushes, which means the Eagles D-line, they opened up them holes. So it's not that the Vikings gonna run the ball a lot. It's just that when Delvin Cook does get the ball, he gonna have a lot of breakout runs.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, we look like we got 2 locks here. I'm going Delvin Cook. That was my only thing. And where you going for that?
Right. I'm not Devin Cook.
Okay.
If you wouldn't pick him, I was gonna pick him. I actually like Miles Sanders better. I don't think Derrick Henry's gonna have a good game against Buffalo. But you know what? I take that back. Remember what we said about Derrick Henry?
Yeah. If it's an easy game, don't pick him. If it's a hard game, pick him.
But if it's a tough game, I'm picking Derrick Henry because he's going against a good defense, right?
Yeah.
Not because listen, this is some of the weirdest stuff I'm telling you. Derrick Henry does not play well against bad teams. He plays great against good teams. I'm picking Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. Yeah, I can see that. All right, so we got. Let's shoot over there to the defenses. We got Bills, Vikings, Eagles, Titans.
Vikings is probably the safest pick for me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just to see how much we're gonna average on the last remaining.
Vikings defense is better than the Lions defense. I think the Vikings going. The Eagles ain't finna win this game. First of all, the Eagles losing today or Sunday. The Eagles are losing. Period.
Are you sure with Jalen Hurts behind them?
They losing.
Okay. All right.
They losing this game, bro. The Eagles are not gonna beat the Vikings. Period. It's not happening. Not with Justin Jefferson out there. Not with Delvin Cook out there. Not with Xavier Rhodes and all of this. Is the Eagles not winning this game?
Okay. Gotcha. Oh. So we got the Vikings defense. All right, so it's on you.
It's on me? All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump in this tight end spot, man. Get this out the way. Exit. Okay. Tight. Ain't no good tight end.
Yeah, tight ends is like, wow.
Dawson Knox might do well, though. But I don't know. It's Tennessee, but I just don't know. Dallas Goedert is probably the safest tight end. So what we might have to do, I'm gonna have to get rid of Josh Allen and get Kirk Cousins. I'm just gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to get Kirk Cousins again. I don't want to get Kirk Cousins. I want to get Josh Allen because Josh Allen has a great matchup here, but I just can't afford him. I need those other players more important. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a great day against Philly, bro. Like, I don't think Kirk Cousins will have a bad day.
I don't think he is either, especially if you saw what Goff and all the receivers on the Lions. And I mean, this is the Lions we're talking about.
Yeah. Another thing I got to do, I got to take Henry out. Let me see. Let me do something here before we continue, because we got a lot of expensive players, and that's just eating up the money. So I got to move some people around and make some cuts. Let's see if I got games. Well, I just really want Justin Jefferson, but I can't get him. It's costing me. Put it like this: if I got Justin Jefferson instead of Stephon Diggs, and I got Kirk Cousins, I really want Diggs, but I don't have to have Diggs. I don't have to have that. Isaiah McKenzie he actually played pretty well. Okay, so let me look at this. What's going on with Gabriel Davis? Davis was added to the injury report Saturday with an ankle injury and listed as special for Monday's contest against the Titans. Davis did practice in limited fashion Saturday, but it's obviously not an ideal situation to see the stud wide receiver appear on the injury report so late into the week. I don't know what's going on with Gabe Davis, so that's kind of up in the air. But I think Isaiah McKenzie is a good pick. I don't know. Is it Jamison Crowder or Isaiah? Oh man, this is where making these lineups test your money managing skills. Thielen, I don't know. Now Devontae Smith upset me because dude ain't catch no balls, and this dude was a first round draft pick last year. I don't know what's going on. I tell you what though, this is what I'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and get Isaiah McKenzie, and I just hope Jamison Crowder don't upstage him. So this is what I did. I'll switch some things around. I got Kirk Cousins, Delvin Cook, Kenneth Gainwell, other running back, Justin Jefferson, Isaiah McKenzie, Dallas Goedert, Vikings defense, 2 spots to fill. That's what I got on my screen.
You went down far for Ken's game. Why Ken?
Because, all right, Miles Sanders. Take Ken out, put Miles Sanders in there.
I'm trying to think like, okay, I know he got a touchdown. He got 4 passing targets. Miles Sanders, is he more pure running back? He is.
Yeah, he's pure running back now. He's not catching the ball out the backfield enough. Like
and if we're thinking Philly is going to be playing from behind, that means Gainwell is going to be out there quite a bit.
That means Gainwell going to be getting a lot of passes out the backfield because he can't throw it to AJ Brown all day.
Okay, so I like Miles Sanders, but I think Gainwell might be for game flow stuff.
I got Gainwell.
Okay.
I got Gainwell.
Okay, so you had Cousins, Cook, Gainwell. Who else?
Let's see. No, I had Cousins, Cook, Gainwell, Justin Jefferson. Took Diggs out. I took Diggs out and I put Justin Jefferson there.
Okay.
Now I could still get like okay. So what's this? Kyle Phillips. This is a question. Phillips logged in 2 straight days of participation in practice thanks to a shoulder injury. Rookie was the most productive of any Titans wide receivers in week 1, tallying 6 receptions for 66 yards on his 31 offensive snaps. If Phillips is unable to play, expect Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook, and Traylon Burke to shoulder the majority of the offensive load. Okay, so here's what we could do. We'll be taking a chance on this rookie, but we could still do this. We could get Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs. Mike. And then we would have to get.
So, I got a problem here.
What's up?
Can we talk you off Diggs and go Brown?
Sure.
Or do you think Brown's not going to have a good game against that Minnesota defense?
Brown's gonna do what he does.
I'm just looking at pure volume here, because last year there were sometimes Diggs didn't get the ball at all.
I don't mind fading Diggs. So what I would do is, this is how the lineup would look on my end. Kirk Cousins, Delvin Cook, Kenneth Gainwell, Justin Jefferson, Jamison Crowder, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, Isaiah McKenzie, Vikings defense. That's the best way I can make that squad work. This squad that we trying to do on the screen.
Okay. I think I might go with that one. McKenzie. You said who's a tight end?
Tight end is Goddard. You can't pick nobody else but Goddard. That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, you get Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox might have a better game this week than, which is another reason not to pick Diggs, because I think Dawson Knox he just didn't get a fair shake last week. They just abandoned throwing him the ball. So I think he'll just do better this week. You don't have to get Goddard, but even if you did get Dawson Knox, I mean, the money you got left over still forces you to pick Goddard.
True.
Even if you pick Goddard, if you pick Dawson Knox instead of Goddard as your tight end, you'll go to the flex. All you can pick is Dawson. Is like you either going to get Dawson Knox and Goddard, or Goddard and Dawson Knox. You can't get away from one of the two. I think the better tight end is Goddard. If you can get Goddard, and if you plan this turbo slate, and you want to make multiple lineups, let's say you want to pick all 3 quarterbacks, which is smart. This show lineup is going to be my Kirk Cousins squad, and then once we shut it down and play Sunday football, I'm going to make 2 other lineups with the other quarterback. I'm gonna make a Josh Allen lineup, and I'm not gonna do a Jalen Hurts lineup, but I will do a Ryan Tannehill joint. But Jalen Hurts is just gonna struggle to me. To me, Jalen Hurts is gonna struggle in this game. He's just gonna struggle to me. Not gonna be the same Jalen Hurts that he was in Detroit. right? He's not, because the Vikings are more disciplined than Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are a new group. Most of those guys are new on that team, so they all get to know each other. Where the Vikings are all vets. They got a few rookies. Of course, every team gets rookies and free agents. But for the most part, 70% of the Vikings are guys who play together already, so they kind of know each other and they're more comfortable and more in sync, which is why I think the Vikings are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. They're just more in sync. It's a lot of veterans on that team. They're going to play veteran football with these young guys. The Eagles are a young team. The Vikings are a veteran team. With Justin Jefferson, the young man, of course, he's a second-year receiver. He's a young man, but for the most part, everybody on the Vikings is vets, bro. And them vets know how to play football. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So that's one way I can make this team work. Like I said, getting rid of Diggs and getting A.J. Brown, I think it's a good pick. Because I think A.J. Brown's still going to have a good game. No matter what. I don't think no matter who A.J. Brown play against, he's on a new team. He's not on the Titans no more, so he ain't got to share that space with Derrick Henry. And I think they figured out a way to utilize A.J. Brown no matter who he's playing against.
Okay.
So they double teamed him, and he still caught the ball. Yeah, they was double teaming him in Detroit, and he was still catching balls. He's a big guy. A.J. Brown's like 6'5". He's 6'5", probably like 250. He's a big guy. And he's fast. He's not slow. He's big. He got, put it like this. A.J. Brown and Megatron the same size.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah. A.J. Brown and Megatron are about the same size. Same height, size, all that stuff. All that.
Gotcha.
That's Megatron right there. Just to give you a visual of what A.J. Brown looks like stature, like who you dealing with. And if you picked A.J. Brown on your list, what type of receiver do you have? You got yourself a Megatron in 2022. Not as far as skill set. I didn't say he was as good as Megatron. I'm saying, what does A.J. Brown look like? His build, his body frame, is about the same size as Megatron, height and weight. Now,
that's big.
The better receiver, I don't know. Megatron's in the Hall of Fame, so, so I don't think he's as good as Megatron, no. But you're getting the same height and size, getting that type of receiver, that big guy, that big Randy Moss-sized guy, right? Another example is Randy Moss, right? Randy Moss was a big guy. I stood next to Randy Moss in person. The dude, I'm 6'3" myself, and I was looking up at Randy Moss, and I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3", and I was looking up at Randy Moss. So, yeah, I stood next to the dude. You know what I'm saying? I just was at a Texans practice, and when Randy Moss was playing, he was playing for the Raiders his last year, and they had a scrimmage or practice, like where the Raiders and the Texans was practicing and stuff. So I was just happened to be there. He was out there catching balls and stuff, and took his helmet off and was interacting with everybody. Nothing major. I ain't getting no autograph. I ain't want no autograph. I just was just like crazy to stand next to this dude. Like, I'm 6'3". I feel like I'm a tall person. This dude, I'm looking up at this dude. So, and that's kind of A.J. Brown. That's what you get. I'm gonna go ahead and enter this lineup, bro. This lineup is I don't 100% like how it turned out, but the prices are what they are. That's why I did that FanDuel DraftKings comparison to start the show, because it's like your lineup gonna look completely different, and your approach is completely different with the two apps.
That's true. Especially, and even though you're missing, you don't get that extra 10 grand to spend. Now, if we get an extra 10 grand to spend in
right.
DraftKings, it'll be, I don't like it, but we don't.
Right. Well, like I said, hey, that's it for me, bro. Like, unless you got any last words, any special words, I'm good, fam. That's a wrap. I love these lineups.
Yeah,
except like the last lineup, this one with the Vikings and the Eagles. I don't hate it, but I don't 100% like it because I couldn't get what I wanted. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I'm definitely gonna take another shot at this when we log off and try to get different quarterbacks.
Gotcha. Same here. I don't have much to say. I'm just hoping that your nephew take one back, because I'm looking forward to it.
Fam, Nephew taking one to the house, bro. Shout out to Nephew Turpin if you listening. Take one to the house. He's rooting for y'all. Don't sleep on Cooper Rush. I don't give a fuck what ESPN tell you. I don't give a fuck what shit Skip and Shannon say. All of the people who hate Cowboys fans, listen. I'm a Lions fan. Like I'm not just on no Cowboys bandwagon type shit. Cooper Rush is very capable of beating the Cincinnati Bengals. He is not the typical backup QB, right? You got your backup QB who just nervous and jittery out there, and then you got Cooper Rush, who's proven himself more than once. He's been a backup quarterback for the last 2 years. Every time Dak got to sit down for 2-3 games, Cooper Rush come in and do his thing. Cooper Rush has not lost a game. When he plays, he wins his game. If he did lose a game, I might not remember it because it's going back a 2-year span for Cooper Rush being a backup QB. But when Cooper Rush played, at least last year, 3 games, 1 interception. Dak was out for 3 games last year. Cooper Rush threw 1 interception in 3 games. 1. He protects the ball. He hands it off to Zeke when he's supposed to. Zeke, them 3 games, Zeke had a lot of rushing yards. So that's why I'm saying pick Zeke, because Cooper Rush is gonna hand it off over. He's gonna abuse it. And then when Zeke get tired and need to drink some Gatorade, Tony Pollard coming out there, they're gonna punch that ball, 1-2 punch that ball all the way down the field. Cooper Rush, the reason he didn't throw that many interceptions is because Cooper Rush throws short passes. He don't throw the bomb down the field like Dak Prescott. He not putting the ball up in the air. Mike McCarthy not gonna let him do it. He know how. He can throw it. He's capable, but Mike McCarthy don't trust him. Mike McCarthy want him to throw them short fucking passes and hand the ball to Zeke. That's just how the game's gonna go. Cooper Rush probably want to do more, but he got to follow the orders. He got to follow the script in the playbook. I'm just saying how this game finna go because I've seen it happen already with Cooper Rush playing. I watched the game. Cooper Rush is not trash. He's not Dak, but he's not trash. Period. Like, don't sleep on dude because you ain't never heard of him, or he's just a backup QB and it's the Bengals. The Bengals went to the Super Bowl last year. We talk about the Bengals. Them ain't the same Bengals. Them dudes is hurt. They not playing tomorrow. You getting the second string and third string Bengals out there that Cooper Rush has got. But Cooper Rush is not playing the Super Bowl Bengals. He's playing the banged up Bengals. You see what I'm saying? So I don't see what I'm saying. So I wouldn't say that if it was the Super Bowl Bengals where all the dudes firing on all cylinders. Nah, Cooper Rush get his ass whooped. But Cooper Rush ain't playing against them Bengals. He playing against these Bengals, and he finna beat their ass. That's all I'm saying. But that's it, fam. Thank y'all for watching. This has been episode 2, season 3 of the DFS recap. I'm your host, Open Mind, along with your other host, DZ.
Yep. Good night, everyone.
We out. Creator bless y'all. Get this money. Happy drafted. Deuces.